you can see that this is an inequation. You know what is an inequation? Which represents inequality. Here you can see that here we have written x is greater than 2 or 2 is less than x. So what can be the values of x here? Well, for that you need to have a replacement set so that you can know from what variables you have to choose, from what numbers you have to choose your variable from. So say x belongs to natural numbers. Then what will be your solution? You can say that x is greater than 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Similarly, for whole numbers, real numbers and integers, you know how to solve this. But here, every time we are getting this so on. That means it is going towards infinity. But what if I want to put an ending value also to my variable? For example, here what I have done, along with this value, I have added another value to my variable, that is less than 5. So you can see this variable will not have solutions to the infinity. What will happen? It is actually greater than 2 and it is less than 5. So now if I solve it, what will be my solution set if x belongs to natural numbers? What are the natural numbers that come between 2 and 5? Well, on your fingers you can say it is 3 and 4. So the solution set for this inequation will be 3 and 4. But let's try doing or breaking this inequation to different or separate two inequations and solve it. So this inequation can be broken into two parts, where this is one inequation and this is the other inequation. So let's solve this. Now if I solve these two inequations separately, what will I get the answer? If x belongs to natural numbers, what are the natural numbers greater than 2? 3, 4, 5 and so on. And this will go on till infinity. What about this inequation? Here x is less than 5. Which are those natural numbers which are less than 5? You know that natural numbers start from 1, 2, 3 and so on. So the natural numbers less than 5 will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Only these numbers are less than 5 and are natural numbers. So now what do you see common between them? Because we need such numbers which are greater than 2 and less than 5. So we have to unite both these things. So which are those numbers which are greater than 2 and less than 5 in both these inequations? You can see 3, 4 is present in both. So 3 and 4 are those numbers which are both greater than 2 and less than 5. So the solution or the solution set for this inequation will be 3 and 4. So this is how we will solve inequations. When inequations are given like this, you have two inequations in one set. Again, see, I have changed the signs of inequation. Here you are having both at least and at most. You can see we have written 2 is less than equal to x, or in other words I can say x is greater than equal to 2 but x is less than equal to 5. So now what will be the answer for this inequation if x belongs to again natural numbers? Can you answer? Well, looking at the inequation itself, as it is a simple inequation, I can say that x is equal to or greater than 2. So the solution will be what? 2, 3, 4 and we will include 5 also. Why will we include 5? Because equal to sign is present here. So x can be equal to 5 or less than 5. So the numbers satisfying this inequation will be what? 2, 3, 4 and 5. Well, this is a simple inequation, so you can see this. But let's solve it separately and see whether we are getting the same answer or not. Now check which are those natural numbers we can substitute for x which is greater than equal to 2. 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. This will go on till infinity. What about the natural numbers which are less than 5 or equal to 5? Well, again 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we have solved these inequations separately. Now we have to unite them to write the solution set for this inequation. See, what are those numbers that are falling in both? 2, 3, 4, 5. These are those numbers which belong to natural numbers and are greater than equal to 2 or less than equal to 5. See, this is matching our solution. We had already written it before. What about this? Here we are not having this equal to sign in both. One is at least and the other is less than. So this inequation is x is greater than or equal to 2, that is x is at least 2, and x is less than 5. Now again, if x belongs to natural numbers, then what will be the solution for this inequation? Solve it yourself. Well, I can say that if x is greater than or equal to 2, I can write 2, 3, 4. Can I include 5 in my solution set? X is less than 5. It is not mentioned that x is less than or equal to 5. So we cannot include 5 in our solution set. Again, solve it separately and verify. If x is greater than equal to 2, then what are those natural numbers which satisfy this inequation? 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. And if x is less than 5, then which are those natural numbers which satisfy this inequation? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now look for the common numbers. You can see 2, 3, 4 in both. So this matches our solution. So 2, 3, 4 is the solution set for this inequation if x belongs to natural numbers. Till now, we were solving very simple inequations, which were a combination of two inequations. In this sum, you can see, again, we are having a combination of two inequations. So let's solve this also. Now, you can see that this cannot be solved mentally, as we were doing in the case of 2 and 5, where x belongs to numbers between 2 and 5. But here, this is a big problem. How will we solve it? We will solve it separately as we were doing there. First of all, solve this inequation. Minus 3. What do you mean by this inequation? 3 plus 2x is greater than or equal to minus 3, or minus 3 is less than equal to 3 plus 2x. So here our variable is x. So how do we solve these kind of inequations? You already know. We have to try to isolate our variable. So we have to substitute, or you can say that we have to try eliminating the other numbers from this side. So let's do that. I have to subtract 3 from here. So subtracting 3 from here should give me minus 3 here also. I have subtracted 3 from both sides. We get minus 6. Then 3 minus 3 gets cancelled. Our job is done. We are left with 2x. Now what do we need to do? We have to bring the coefficient of x, that is our variable, to 1. So for that we need to divide both sides by which number? 2. So let's divide both sides by 2. So this will get cancelled. What do we get? Minus 3 is less than equal to x, or you can say that x is greater than equal to minus 3. So this is the solution of one part of our inequation. Now we will solve the other part. So take this as the other part, which includes my variable. So what do I get? 3 plus 2x is less than 9. You know how to solve inequations like this? Solve it yourself. We have to subtract 3 from here. So what do we do? 3 plus 2x minus 3. Then both sides we have to do the same thing. What do you get? 3 and 3 gets cancelled. So 2x is less than 9 minus 3 is 6. Again, we are having the coefficient of x as 2. We have to bring it to 1. So for that we need to divide it from both the sides. So 2x by 2 is less than 6 by 2. What do we get? X is less than 3. So you can see I am having two solutions for this inequation. What are they? First, x is greater than equal to minus 3 and x is less than 3. So I have to unite this to make the solution for this inequation. So uniting this, what will I get? Minus 3 less than equal to x less than 3. See, this is my solution for this inequation. But here x belongs to real numbers. So we cannot write this in roster form. You cannot write that x is minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 like this, because x is real numbers. So how will you write it? We will write it in set builder form so that we can represent this as x belongs to real numbers. So we will write it as x such that minus 3 less than equal to x less than 3 and x belongs to r, that is real numbers. So this is the solution set for this inequation. So how will you plot this on a number line? You know how to plot solution sets on a number line? Here minus 3 is less than equal to x, or you can say that x is greater than or equal to minus 3. So first locate minus 3 on the number line. You can see this is minus 3. First make an empty circle. It will be an empty circle or filled circle. Look at this and tell me. Well, this will be a filled circle because minus 3 is also equal to x. So either x is equal to minus 3 or greater than minus 3. So minus 3 will be included. So we will fill it. Now x belongs to real numbers. So we cannot put dots on the numbers. We have to include all the numbers between these numbers or integers. So what will we do? Locate 3 here. So this will be an empty circle or filled circle. Here you can see no equal to sign. It is clear that x is less than 3. There is no dispute about it. So we will not fill this up. Now x lies between minus 3 and 3. That is, you can say x is greater than equal to minus 3 and it is less than 3. So it will include all those numbers between these two. So fill it up. Well, here x belongs to real numbers, that is why we are coloring the parts here. But if x belong to natural numbers, or you can say if x belong to integers, what would you do? You just used to put the dots in between these numbers or on top of these numbers. So this is the solution set and the graph line for this inequation. Here, what do you see? In the previous sum, we had the variable and the combination of two inequations, but the variable was there only in the middle. But here you can see that the variable x is in all these places. Now how will I solve this? Now you know that whenever we have a combination of two inequations in one inequation, we solve them separately. So again do this. There's nothing to worry about it. We'll solve it. First of all, solve this part. Now, there's nothing to worry. What we'll do, we will take both the x's to one side. That is, bring both the variables or bring all the variables on one side and try to bring the coefficient of that variable to 1. So here you can see we need to bring this and this term together so that we can equate it together. I need to subtract minus x here. And subtracting any element from both the sides does not disturb our inequation. So doing this, what will it give me? It will cancel this x and this x this side, and it will give me 1 minus x to this side. So skipping this part, I'll just write the answer as minus 3 less than equal to 8x by 3 plus 2 minus x. So see what we have done, we have taken this positive x to that side, making it the negative x. Now bring this x together. I can see one thing, that this plus 2 is not required here. I need to bring it to this side. So what will I do? I'll just write minus 3 minus 2 here. This positive will come here and become negative. So you don't need to write in every step plus 2 minus 2 this side and minus 2 this side again and again. So I can write minus 3 minus 2 less than equal to 8x by 3 minus x. So what I have done? I have brought the variables to one side. Now equate it. Minus 3 minus 2 will give me minus 5 less than equal to, and solve this. Taking the LCM, 8x minus 3x. What do I get? Minus 5 is less than equal to 5x by 3. Does it give me my answer? No, I have to bring the coefficient of x as 1. So for that, what do I need to do? I need to bring the coefficient of x to 1. So this 5 by 3 needs to go away from here. So 5 by 3 taken to that side becomes what? The reciprocal, that is 3 by 5. So let's solve this. Minus 5 into 3 by 5 is less than equal to x. In other words, what we could say, 5x by 3 divided by 5 by 3. Okay, so 5 by 3 would be divided from both the sides. So dividing 5 by 3 over here would make it 1, because 5 by 3 divided by 5 by 3 is 1. So you could get x that we have written here. And minus 5 divided by 5 by 3. What would it give you? Minus 5 into 3 by 5. See, instead of doing this whole step, we've just written it directly. So what will you get? 5 gets cancelled. You get minus 3 less than equal to x. So we are left with one solution for this part, where x is greater than equal to minus 3 and x belongs to integers. So can you tell me what are those integers that are greater than or equal to minus 3? Again, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0 and so on, because these are all integers which are equal to minus 3 or greater than minus 3. Now what we need to do? We have to solve this other part. So let's solve now this part. We have already solved the first inequation. Now we will solve the second inequation of this whole set. Just now you have seen how we have solved this part. Similarly, in the same way it will be solved. Again, bring both the variables or bring both the x's to one side and try to make the coefficient to 1. Solve it yourself. Again, we'll bring the x's to one side. So 8x plus 3 plus 2x will come here and become minus 2x. Plus 2 remains less than equal to 14 by 3. You can see both x's have come to one side. We need to remove this plus 2 to that side so we can equate x. So 8x by 3 minus 2x see this plus 2, that is positive 2, goes towards that side and becomes negative 2. Now equate both sides. You can see we are solving it. How can you write this now? 8x minus 6x gives you 2x by 3 is less than equal to 14 minus 6 gives me 8 by 3. Am I done? No, I have to bring the coefficient of x to 1. For that I need to divide x by 2 by 3. Let's do this. 2x by 3 is less than equal to 8 by 3. Now you can see 3 is present in both the places. So let us eliminate 3 by multiplying both the sides by 3. So if you multiply both the sides by 3, what will you get? Three gets cancelled. I am left with 2x is less than equal to 8. Now make the coefficient of x as 1. Divide both the sides by 2. You get x is less than equal to 4. So again, if x is less than or equal to 4 and x belongs to integers, what will be the solution set for this inequation? You can say 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, and so on. This will be the solution for this. Now what do we need to do? We need to combine, or you can say we need to unite the solutions for this part which we have already calculated and this part. So let us write the set builder form of the solutions we have got in both these equations. What did we get? X such that x is greater than equal to minus 3. This is what we had got from our solving first inequation. And x is less than equal to 4, which we got from solving the second combination of inequation. And x belongs to integers. Here x belongs to integers, so you can name the numbers which are actually greater than or equal to minus 3 or less than equal to 4. Tell me which are those numbers. Well, we can write it in roster form. Minus 3, it will be included because x is either equal to or greater than minus 3. So minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 will be included because equal to sign is present here. So we are ready with our solution in the roster form. Simply now you have to write it on the or plot it on the number line. Just look at the solution and plot it on the number line. That's easy. Here x belongs to integers, so we will put dots. So we are done with plotting this on the number line. So this is how we solve combinations of inequations. So let's summarize what we learned. We learned that if same number is added or subtracted on both the sides, then the inequation remains undisturbed. If same number is multiplied or divided on both the sides, again the inequation remains undisturbed. But this number should be positive number. So in the case of negative number, always reverse the symbol of inequality whenever you are multiplying or dividing by a negative number. This is how we solve inequations.